Hey everybody, welcome back, and it's Lune. So, hello. I hope you're doing well today. My day's been pretty good so far, I would say. And yeah. Okay. So, I was watching a video, and I got a little bit inspired. This little channel called Lighthouse Oracle, Spiritual Lighthouse Oracle. She doesn't have many subscribers, but she's very sweet, and I really love the way that she conveys her messages. She's very wise, so if you're watching this and, you'd like to watch a tarot channel, just a channeler channel that's really nice and informative, I would recommend her. She's very sweet. Beautiful soul. So she kind of inspired me today with the video she made today. She mentioned, the shadow self, and many times we're a little bit afraid kind of that term, I feel. The shadow, like the more darker parts of ourselves, but if you really think about it, it isn't just the dark parts, like the things you do or all that. It's the lessons that you learn from those dark things that you do, or the dark things others do to you, or not necessarily to you, but with you, if you want to think about it that way. And I just found it very interesting. She said, the shadow self, like the whole point of it is to integrate the lessons from those shadow experiences, the conflicts and the darker things that have kind of happened to us or with us, regardless of how you want to say that. Kind of integrating the lessons from those experiences to kind of fuel your growth, like to become stronger, become more aware, more in tune with who we really are. You'll become aware of what we value and who we believe ourselves to be, what we are okay with and what we're not okay with, what our needs are and what they are not. So I found that interesting, the way that she worded that, and it just really got me thinking. So if you have gone through a lot of different experiences and they've caused, trauma, darker thought patterns and behaviors, that is the shadow self. That is the part of us that goes through all the BS, the fun stuff, to get to a lesson, to get to many lessons, that as we become more aware of the lessons, the reasons for those experiences, or at least our perceived reasons, we can use that to move forward and to grow in many beautiful ways. And this past year for me has been very much so taking all of the pain and the trauma and the difficult situations, that I have experienced and gone through, and really transmuting and alchemizing it into growth and a new version of myself, and, a new life for myself that I had always wanted, but hadn't thought was possible before. And it has shown me the value of my shadow. It has shown me the value of those very dark times, to where there is a light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. And I find, like, when we're in it, when we're in the darkness, it seems really difficult to see a way out. But the one thing that I know is that you should never give up, regardless of what it is. Never give up on yourself. Never give up on the future that you want, if that is what you want. And, also, a lot of times we're afraid to make mistakes because we don't want to get hurt. We don't want something bad to happen. But again, I have also found that the most beautiful things have come from the mistakes that I've made. Or the mistakes that I've made because it feels as if they were meant to happen so that I could learn and get to the place that I want to be. become the person that I was always meant to be. So it, again, you can never really make a wrong choice. The whole point of us being here is to grow. We're going to make mistakes, and those mistakes teach us a lot about ourselves and other people and just the world at large. And I just find it so beautiful. So your shadow self, it doesn't have to be this scary term or idea or theory. It is just the parts of yourself that have really gone through it, that have allowed you to learn the lessons you were meant to learn. They are teachers. Your shadow self is a teacher. It is not an enemy. And I find that sometimes we, with the terminology, we demonize our shadow self. We are afraid of it. We're like, I don't want to be that way at all. I just want to be perfect and happy and full of light all the time. And the reality is, we are always full of light. We are light. But in this world, we experience the darker things, the distortions, the illusions, to learn. And so there's nothing bad about it. That is why we have to balance our darker selves and our lighter selves together, because we are both in this life, in this world. And I find that it's just beautiful. It is the duality, and yet of course we know, or maybe most of you know, that there is no duality. There's perceived duality in the world that we live in because of the way it was designed, but of course above it all, there's no duality. But I just find it so beautiful. You don't have to be afraid of the darker things that have happened in your life. You don't have to be afraid of the things you've done, the things others have done. And you don't have to be afraid of making the same mistakes again. Because even if you do, it is a teaching moment, a learning opportunity for which you can see what has happened, observe it, and think about it, and consider, is this the reality I really want, or do I want to do something a different way next time so that I get a different result? It's experimentation that we have the freedom to partake in as human beings. So I just really want to reiterate, like, you do not have to be afraid of your shadow self. It is a beautiful, important part of you. And you are not any less worthy because of the dark things that you've gone through or the dark things that you have done. You are not. You are equally loved, equally beautiful, no matter who you are. Even if you have gone through some of the darkest stuff imaginable, you are worthy. And the fact that you're even here watching this video and have gotten through it, you're so strong. You are incredible. And I'm proud of you for being able to do that. Because it's hard. This world can be really difficult sometimes. It can knock you down. And you're like, how the hell am I going to get up from all this? And yet you find the willpower and the strength to persevere. And you benefit from that. You grow. And you find peace, love, joy. You find who you really are again. So please don't be afraid of your shadow self. Really integrate it. Thank it. Speak to it as if it's another person. And, ask it, what can I learn from you? What are you teaching me? When something difficult happens, why did that difficult thing happen? Everything happens for a reason. And so, even though it is hard to see, I have gone through this difficult experience because it was meant to teach me this about myself or the world, or both. Or, I made that decision because it was supposed to lead to this opportunity in the future, even if the decision was, didn't necessarily seem like a good decision. Sometimes they're not good decisions, but even the bad decisions lead to growth and positive things if you so choose. So, yeah, I think that's my message for today. Yeah, the shadow self. What a beautiful thing. Yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Happy to be making another video, and I'll see you next time.